We recently visited Hanoi and Mando in Pyeongtaek and came away really impressed with the level of automation and efficiency. We believe that these help to reduce labor cost, human error, and ultimately the selling price to OEMs. In Asia, Korea and Taiwan have quality component suppliers, and we know that the top EV manufacturers like Tesla and BMW all source from them. We believe we're still in the early stage of revolution. Low utilization of cars, with them being idle 96% of the time, with available seat mile utilization of only 1%. Consumption of finite resources, where cars consume 45% of global oil demand, and the low efficiency of ICE vehicles, with only 20% of energy used to actually move the car. That's not to mention the large carbon footprint that they produce. In terms of public safety, we have 3.5 thousand traffic fatalities per day, and globally that equates to 1.3 million a year. We can also unlock 600 billion hours per year of driver and passenger time. This is a tremendous economic opportunity for the right players in the sector. Key beneficiaries, we think, include auto parts makers, IT, software companies. We think that cars increasingly become computers on wheels. Pure EV manufacturers are more nimble than traditional OEMs, as they do not have the high profitability that traditional internal combustion engine vehicles business to protect. Traditional OEMs have no choice but to enter the EV space despite the obvious cannibalization. This is similar to premium airlines providing budget airline services and traditional active asset managements providing passive management services. We think that with the right amount of funding, it is possible to commission an EV using auto parts operators in Korea and Taiwan while purchasing batteries from the likes of Samsung SDI, LG Chem, or Panasonic. In addition, we think that thermal management becomes more critical to increase the driving range of EVs because it directly affects the battery life. Driving range is also one of the most critical aspects for the mass adoption of EVs. Pricing, we think, is also another key issue. With the recent lower oil prices, this actually tempers the faster take-up of EVs when customers actually make their cost-benefit analysis. However, we think that lithium-ion battery prices will actually come down, and that will lower the cost of EVs. Battery costs are expected to drop from the current $145 per kilowatt hour to $100 by 2021. We prefer parts over OEMs to prevent betting against single OEMs and reduce volatility on model cycles. Parts makers also benefit from increasing content per vehicle, while OEMs are likely to see margin decline as the EV business takes time to ramp up. Asian component makers have improved significantly in terms of quality versus the EU players. They're not encumbered by overtime regulations and typically able to deliver on time at a lower cost, which is especially important to niche players like Tesla. We think there will be a lag time between technology and regulation. The key question is, who bears the blame for accidents related to autonomous vehicles? The Tesla self-driving accident is a very good case in point. On the other hand, safety concerns will be a secular driver for industry growth. We think that safety content per vehicle is set to increase dramatically. For example, from 2 to 3 cameras and sensors per vehicle to 10 to 12 for surround view features. Many safety features that are currently optional will become mandatory, just like seat belts were made compulsory in the 1970s. We believe that replacement cycles would shorten as vehicle utilization rates go up. Autonomous driving opens up a new range of customers, including children, senior citizens, disabled, and even the inebriated. We believe that some customers will still value the luxury driving experience, but for most, transportation could become a public good for shared use. This provides for the social good and a greater, wider society. We believe that optimization is the name of the game, where research and development is the key to providing a sustainable advantage. The new virgin territory in a world awash with smartphones is matching supply and demand and optimizing travel routes and schedules to minimize idle time and maximize yields. Companies on the software side typically obtain higher valuations, and those that combine software with hardware are in the sweet spot in being able to capitalize on the convergence of analog and digital. Grocery and parcel deliveries could be done without humans and open up new business opportunities. To that end, we are constantly on the lookout to identify such companies and are really excited by the possibilities in this space.